Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the ever-changing world of technology? Tech It Out can help make some sense of it all. Breaking down geek speak into street speak, technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman covers consumer technology each week for every listener. Mark tackles the latest news, reviews, and how-tos to help you understand what's hot, what's not, and why.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tech It Out. This is episode 409. Hope everyone's doing great today as we're heading into September. Crazy how time flies. Back to school and back to life. In fact, a couple of the segments today will be about that exact theme, getting back to the grind for parents and maybe kids settling into school for another year. So with that in mind, here's what's on tap for this episode of Tech It Out. Google has officially launched its new Pixel 10 family of smartphones, powered by AI, as well as a few accessories. And so we're going to kick off the show with what these new devices can do. After that, I'll share some gadget and game ideas for the fall, as I was on TV this past week sharing these recommended tech toys that's either fun or functional. On a related note, tech expert Amber Mack will join us this hour to chat about some back-to-school suggestions, including a new laptop, printer, and a way to track your child through an app, with consent, of course, but giving peace of mind to parents. And finally, and speaking of personal protection, ArmorSiren will be on Tech It Out a little bit later on to chat about its portable alarm system that you can use in an Airbnb, a hotel, many other locations as well. All of this and more on an all-new Tech It Out powered by Visa, which I'll tell you more about shortly. But let's officially kick off the new show with our first interview. Google devices have done really well, critically and commercially, with its AI-powered smartphones as well as smartwatches and earbuds. In fact, Google's last flagship phone, the Google Pixel 9 Pro, won Smartphone of the Year at the 2025 Global Mobile Awards and Phone of the Year by TechRadar, a popular consumer technology publication. And so how do you top that? Now that Google Pixel 10 has been announced, joining us to share the details is Vaisnavy Siva, Product Marketing Manager at Google. Welcome to the show for the first time, Vaisnavy. Nice to chat with you.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right. So first of all, congrats on the official announcement for the new Pixel family of devices. Why don't we start off hearing about the new phone, the flagship phone? Please tell us all about it.
Thank you. It's a huge milestone for us. We get to celebrate a decade of Pixel, which means a decade of bringing Google software with AI and hardware in the palm of your hands. The Pixel 10 series has the brand new Google Tensor G5 chip, giving you the best photos and videos ever on a Pixel, plus a battery that lasts even longer. It has Gemini, Google's AI assistant, built right in to help you create, plan, and just get things done. And it powers some of our new AI features. Similar to last year, this lineup includes the Pixel 10, the Pixel 10 Pro series, available in 2 different sizes, and the Pixel 10 Pro Fold.
All right, the foldable phone we'll get to a little bit later, and I don't know if that's out just yet, but the Pixel 10 and the Pixel 10 Pro are first to come to market. And AI, I know, has been a real key sort of message here, and you've just touched on that as well. Can you give us some examples of how AI can be leveraged? We'll talk in a moment about photography. Pixel has always led the charge with that, but what about some things you can do to help you do more in less time?
Yeah, of course. So Pixel continues to be the best way for people to try out the latest AI features from Google. So I'll start off with Magic Queue. Magic Queue helps you spend less time switching apps to find the info you need by giving you proactive, relevant suggestions, and it does this by using information from apps like Gmail, Calendar, and Messages with your permission. For example, if you need to call an airline to rebook a delayed flight, it happens to all of us, don't worry about hunting for the flight number while you're on the call. Magic Queue can instantly find the number from your flight confirmation in Gmail and offer it as a suggestion. We've also launched a new feature called Voice Translate, which translates phone conversations in real time in each speaker's own voice and tone. This feature would be so helpful for those who have a language barrier with family members, customers, or even if you're just traveling. It supports translations to and from English with multiple languages like French, Spanish, German, and Japanese.
Awesome. I've uploaded a YouTube video of me interviewing my now late uncle who was 97 when he passed away, but he speaks 7 languages. We used the interpreter mode on a Google Smart Display to translate the language in real time. So love to see that technology in the Google Pixel 10 family, leveraging AI. Can we pivot and talk about photography? We often reach for our phone. That is our camera now, or our camcorder. And I know AI can help. Other companies have been doing this too, but for sure, Pixel was the first.
Yeah, for sure. So there's a lot of great AI integrations in the camera experience. So Pixel is, of course, known for its camera, especially for its super res zoom from the Pixel 7 Pro launch, and it boasts about a 30x zoom. This year, we have Pro Res Zoom, which now offers up to an incredible of 100x zoom. And this is thanks to a combination of Google hardware, software, and AI working together.
All right, so the cameras are better, but it's also being complemented by AI, so it's adding more dots or pixels to enhance that image as if you were much closer to the subject. And do you need to be tech savvy to use Gemini? And also, please tell us about Google AI Pro. I believe you can try this more enhanced version of the AI platform with the purchase of the Pixel. Is that right?
You don't need to be tech savvy to use Gemini at all. When it comes to Google AI, our approach is to make it accessible and helpful for everyone. Pixel unlocks so many ways to use Gemini since it's the AI assistant that's built into your phone and it powers features in different apps like the ones I mentioned earlier. And if you wanted to use the Gemini app itself, you're able to give prompts by typing or by talking through a problem live. So for example, one of my earrings fell down the drain a few weeks ago. With the press of one button, I was able to use Gemini Live and point my camera to the drain, and then it gave me step-by-step instructions to get it out. Not only was I able to get my earring out, but I now know what a slip nut and a drain tap is. In terms of offers, our Pro users get a full year of Google AI Pro, giving them access to additional Gemini features like VO3, which you can use to describe your idea and watch it come to life as a video. One of the coolest ways I've seen people use this feature is by animating their children's drawings, and it's pretty neat.
Yeah, it sounds neat indeed. I can imagine the look on the child's and parents' face when they see the images that the kids drew come to life. That's awesome. We are chatting with Vaisnavy Siva, product marketing manager at Google. We're learning all about the new Google Pixel 10 family, and I think we're going to also talk about some accessories in a moment. But before that, there's always a pro version of the Pixel phones, and this year is no exception. What's your favorite feature of the new Pixel 10 Pro?
Yeah, great question. My favorite feature is Camera Coach. If you've ever handed your phone off to someone and they've never taken a great photo of you, and in my case, that's my brother, then Camera Coach is perfect for you. Camera Coach gives suggestions about lighting, framing, and even which camera mode you should use. So now the photographer of the group, like me, can get a really nice photo of themselves.
All right. Before I let you go, Vaisnavy, let's move on to some new accessories as part of the Pixel family. So earbuds, watch, and a new charger and stand. Please tell us about them all.
Yeah, for sure. So it's clear that there's a lot of new features that came out for the phones, and it just doesn't stop there. We strive to bring the best of Google software and hardware with our Pixel accessories as well. So we launched our second iteration of the A-series buds called the Pixel Buds 2A. So you'll get unbelievable sound for unreal value, and you can get help from Gemini without having to reach for your phone. We also launched the Pixel Buds Pro 2 last year, but they will also be getting a major software update with adaptive audio, which optimizes your volume based on the noise level of your environment, and loud noise protection to automatically soften sudden loud noises. Also coming this fall is a Pixel Watch 4 with a brand new dome display, and it has our best battery life yet on a watch. It charges from 0 to 80% in 30 minutes with up to 40 hours of battery life. It also includes advanced AI integrations and comprehensive health and fitness tracking, so you can get the help from Google, but also help from Fitbit. And lastly, our latest phones have Qi 2 built in, making them the first major Android device to bring the next generation wireless charging standard. This year, we're launching Pixel Snap, our new ecosystem of Qi 2 accessories, including the Pixel Snap charger and the stand.
All right, so there's that magnetic disc, if you will, on the back of the phone and other devices, similar, if I may, to Apple's MagSafe technology, where it'll affix to the stand and other accessories for a secure and fast charge. Good to see Pixel doing that. Sounds like there's a lot in the family here, Vaisnavy. Is there a website where our listeners can go to for more info on everything we've chatted about today?
You can head to store.google.com to learn about all of our devices and to order or pre-order them now.
All right. And Pixel 10, Pixel 10 Pro available now?
Pixel 10, Pixel 10 Pro available now. Fold comes in October.
All right, so the foldable device, which we'll have to have you back on the show to talk about. It's an exciting one that can unfold the phone into like a tablet. So that's really neat. We'll get to that maybe the next time. Vaisnavy, thank you so much for your time today. All the best and congrats on the launch of the new Pixel 10 family.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Mark.
So I hope you enjoyed that interview. Hey, we cover cybersecurity a lot on this program and how you can best protect yourself in the digital age, even if you're not super tech savvy. One part of the solution is securely shopping online. And so I'm thrilled about my partnership with Visa on Tech It Out, as they've made some significant investments in fraud prevention over the past 5 years, as much as $10 billion. Yes, that's billion with a B, to support Visa's brand promise to protect the financial information of individuals and businesses. Zero liability means peace of mind when you shop online using your Visa card. There can be no half measures when it comes to cybersecurity, which is why the company takes an aggressive and multi-layered approach to combating the rising threat of malicious software and other threats by well-funded and global criminal enterprises. Read more about Visa and how securing the world's payments is priority one at visa.com/security. That's visa.com/security. When we return on Tech It Out, I'll share a couple of back to school and back to work suggestions, some games, some gadgets, some fun, some practical. And if you do want to reach out on social media, I'll spell my name in a moment, but you can find me on X, Threads, Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, YouTube, TikTok, and LinkedIn. I think that's all of them. It's Mark Saltzman, MarkSaltzman. Hang tight, more Tech It Out coming right up after this short break. Don't go anywhere.
Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want. Find the Tech It Out podcast at iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Tech It Out. Coming up in a few minutes from now, we're going to chat with tech expert Amber Mack for a few of her back-to-school suggestions. A new laptop, a printer, an app that can help you track your child to and from school. Really great to have that kind of peace of mind. In about 60 seconds from now, I'll also share a few practical and not so practical ideas for the fall too, including some gaming for downtime, when you're done studying and you want to blow off some steam, but also an AI-powered laptop and some smart storage too. Also on the show today and a little bit later on, ArmorSiren will join us. It might be best described as your own personal alarm system that is mobile. You can bring it with you, put it in a hotel, in an Airbnb, and other places where you want some personal security. It emits a loud decibel alarm, pushes notifications to smartphones. We're going to get to all of that with ArmorSiren. So a lot more Tech It Out coming up. All right, so as I mentioned earlier in the show, I had fun on Tuesday doing a bunch of TV interviews across the country, chatting about some gadgets and games just ahead of the fall season. And so I thought I would share them with you over the next 5 or so minutes if you're looking for some ideas for yourself or perhaps a loved one. First up, Sony just celebrated a huge milestone. 80 million units of the PlayStation 5 sold worldwide. So the popular gaming system is just getting bigger. And for good reason. It's a high performance and versatile console with access to thousands of epic experiences, including family-friendly blockbuster titles for the PS5, like the award-winning Astrobot, where you embark on a space adventure across more than 50 planets, including new ones added this summer. I love that after the game ships, the developers are still cranking out new content for you. So really great whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. That's Astrobot. Or if you're a baseball fan, you could step up to the plate in MLB The Show 25, a stunningly realistic baseball game featuring new and improved game modes, whether you like to play solo with someone beside you or over the internet. Or maybe you like the money side of things or the management mode, or instead of playing baseball, it's totally up to you. But at its core, you get to play as or against your favorite team, can create a player from scratch. It is the de facto baseball video game, MLB The Show 25. Again, easy to pick up, impossible to put down. And the PS5 is $499. Speaking of the PlayStation, there's a new sequel to the game Death Stranding that everybody's buzzing about. It's from legendary game developer Hideo Kojima. So this is Death Stranding 2 on the beach. It's a game that critics are calling a masterpiece and the best looking game on PS5. You once again play as Sam, who sets out on a mission to save humanity from extinction. There's a ton of sci-fi action, as well as puzzle solving, character interaction, and exploration. Many are calling it a must-play game that could take you well over 100 hours to complete. That's Death Stranding 2 on the beach for the PS5 for $69. Next up, to segue into laptops, AI, of course, is all the buzz. And now it's not just a website, but it's baked into devices themselves, the actual hardware. And that includes laptops like the Acer Aspire 16 AI. So this is a stunningly thin and lightweight laptop, ideal for school, work, or play. It's a great balance of power and portability. The AI features make it a breeze for, say, students to find past lessons or manage tasks and stay organized. Plus, a single customizable hotkey launches apps, websites, or Windows features with a single button press. Now, it's called the Acer Aspire 16 because it has an intuitive 16-inch touchscreen, as well as a high-resolution webcam, so you can look and sound great wherever life takes you. Powered by a Snapdragon X processor from Qualcomm, and fast Wi-Fi 7 internet speeds. It's $699 at Amazon for the Acer Aspire 16 AI laptop. And finally, one of my favorite devices that has come out in a long time, it's the SanDisk phone drive with USB-C. It lets you back up and transfer files from your iPhone, iPad, or Mac or PC. Great for not just protecting your precious photos and irreplaceable home movies, and other important files like your contacts, but it makes it a cinch to transfer them between devices without having to pay for cloud accounts. So again, it's USB-C, which is the universal standard these days. Capacities go all the way up to a terabyte, which is ample space, with transfer speeds up to 150 megabits per second. There are 4 colors to choose from, and it seamlessly works with the SanDisk app. So I really like this idea because if you're running out of storage on your iPhone, because it is limited when you buy it, that's all you get, you can offload that media to the SanDisk phone drive with USB-C, delete them off your phone if need be, and then attach that drive to your keychain if you like. Costs start at just $35 for 64 gigs, but as I mentioned, it goes all the way up to 1 terabyte. More on the SanDisk phone drive with USB-C is at sandisk.com. So as you can see, no shortage of awesome games and AI-powered laptops and smart storage solutions as we head into the fall. And by the way, there's some other cool things you can do with that SanDisk drive. I don't want to belabor the point, but you can add movies onto it from your laptop that you may have downloaded, or home movies, that kind of thing. And instead of it taking up storage in your iPhone or iPad, you can just snap it in and launch the app and watch content from the drive itself. Very smart that you can do that. You're going on a business trip, load it up with a movie, and you can play it on your iPhone without it taking up any local storage. SanDisk, man, they're like ahead of the curve, you know? When we return on Tech It Out, we're going to catch up with tech expert Amber Mack. Her and I, fun fact, we co-hosted a TV show together in the early 2000s. It was called Gadgets and Gizmos. So cheesy. That wasn't our idea. From, I guess, the movie The Little Mermaid, the song Part of Your World. There it is. Yep, here's the line.
I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty.
There you go. All right, more Tech It Out coming right up with Amber Mack when we return.
I want more.
Want to follow Mark? Google him. Mark with a C and Saltzman with a Z. Breaking down geek speak into street speak. This is Tech It Out. Tech It Out with technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. Yup, it's that time again. Students and parents know this all too well, but this year, there's a lot of new and exciting tech tools to choose from during this back-to-school season. So how do you know which one to invest in? To get back to basics, tech expert and mom Amber Mack is here with her essential picks for students this September. Hi, Amber. Great to have you back on the show.
Hey, Mark. This is always such a busy time of the year for both of us talking about all the great tech for back to school and no shortage of really cool stuff this year.
Yeah, for sure. And, selfishly, parents can also benefit, I think, from a lot of these tech tools that you're going to share with us, including better Wi-Fi. So that's not just great for students, but I think also for moms and dads as well. Why don't we start with better Wi-Fi for school work and after studying play as well?
Absolutely. So my pick this year is the TP-Link Archer BE400 Wi-Fi 7 router. So this router can help to ensure that you're getting fast and secure Wi-Fi for better internet connectivity. Why is that important, Mark? I think we know that there's nothing worse than a kid at home who's trying to do their homework and the Wi-Fi flakes out. So having a stable connection is super important. One of the things I also love about this, since we're talking about what's good for the kids, but also the parents, is that there's an app called the Tether app. And this makes managing not just your home network easy, but it also has parental control. So that means I'm able to set screen time access for individual devices in the home. So, hey, I can still do my work, but maybe I turn off internet access for my kid's phone because I know they have homework to do. So a really great all-in-one solution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a fan of TP-Link. I just want to break down that name. It was a long name there. So it's the TP-Link Archer BE400 Wi-Fi 7 router. So a router, of course, takes your internet connection and makes it wireless throughout the home. TP-Link is the name of the company. Archer is the brand of routers. And then BE400 is the model number. Wi-Fi 7 is the latest standard. So it not only is faster, but supports more simultaneous devices as well. So mom or dad, they can be streaming Netflix and kids can be on the Wi-Fi at the same time without any noticeable slowdown. And yeah, I'm the one that my kids, before they went to university, they would yell at, "Hey dad, why is the Wi-Fi so bad?" It's like my fault, but so this is great. So that's from TP-Link. I would argue on a related note that a laptop is essential for most students today. And now they're powered by AI, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So my pick for a laptop is the Asus ZenBook A14 14-inch Copilot Plus laptop. So again, a lot to unpack here, but basically you can think about this laptop in a few ways. One thing I love is that it's super lightweight, less than 1 kilogram. Also, it has up to 32 hours of battery life, which is phenomenal. And it has a bunch of AI features built in, which is really helpful. Let's say, for example, that a kid is doing online learning or having a video call that they need to be able to watch. It has real-time transcription. So that's one example of those AI capabilities. You can get this from Best Buy, which, as you know, Mark, makes it super easy to get all of your back-to-school picks. And you can pick up a product like this in as little as an hour in terms of getting it at a nearby store. So really impressive. If you're late to back-to-school shopping, it's not too late. And you can always get some great tech like this.
Yeah, I like that order online, pick up in store option. And then just going back to the laptop. Yeah, AI is a great tool for students. Like you said, it can convert a lecture or a lesson that a teacher is giving audio into text. It can summarize it for you. It can help you create images for a presentation, help you better manage your time and so on. But to me, the killer feature of this laptop, the ZenBook A14, is its battery life up to, get this, 32 hours between charges. So students can leave that charger at home. They can just bring the laptop to school in a backpack and so on and not have to worry about charging it up. So that's awesome. The Asus ZenBook A14 Copilot Plus laptop. All right, shifting gears now, we are chatting with Amber Mack, tech expert and mom extraordinaire as well. A printer is also essential today. Tell us about a smart solution for printing school projects and maybe forms for moms or dads, as well as scanning, copying, and so on.
Absolutely. So you really want a wireless all-in-one printer. That's super important. So my pick this year is the HP OfficeJet Pro 8135E. So a few things that I love about this printer is you're going to get really great color graphics, crisp black text. So that's great if you have to print presentations or reports if you are a student. And I also love that you have the HP Smart app that you can use. Mark, I've been using this app for quite a few years, and it's so handy to be able to just print from your your phone, especially if you're, getting ready to go out the door and you have to print a form for school that you need to sign. And then finally, they have something called HP Instant Ink that I think you and I have talked about before. So this is a smart subscription service that detects when you're running low on ink and delivers ink straight to your door. So you kind of see a theme, I think, with some of these picks. I call it back to school basics, right? We want to remove any stress from the day when it comes to back to school because it's always such a busy time of the year.
When the printer detects it's running low on ink, it'll automatically send more to your door. Very smart, so you could just focus on school. And finally, let's end off on student safety. You have a solution that provides real-time location alerts and other features.
Yeah, so this is called Life 360. This is an app that you can download on your phone and on your kid's phone as well. So this makes it really easy to get real-time alerts in terms of where your child is. You can get an alert when they arrive at school safely if they're commuting to school or walking on their own. You can also get an alert when they arrive at home safely, which are two of those things, Mark, that I know both you and I, having kids, especially when your kids were younger, you want to make sure that they're safe. So this makes it super easy to get those alerts. And I just want to add one quick thing. My son also loves using this app. You may think, oh, he doesn't want mom to see where he is. That's not the case because otherwise I'm texting him nonstop all day. So this way he knows I know where he is and I will bug him less throughout the day.
That's funny. All right. That's the Life 360 app, a great tool for not just parents, it seems, but students as well. Just really giving you that peace of mind, which I think is really important in today's day and age. For all of these items, Amber, including pricing and links and some photos and maybe videos of it, what's the best website for our listeners to learn more?
Yeah, absolutely. So for all of the links, you can head over to my site at ambermac.com and you can just click on the blog and it will be one of the most recent articles and you can get all of the links and pricing and all those details.
All right. Awesome. Amber, always great to chat with you. Happy back to school season to you and your family. Thanks for carving out some time to chat.
Thanks so much, Mark.
And speaking of that app, Life 360 and personal safety and all that, when we return on Tech It Out, we're going to chat with a company called ArmorSiren that has a product that is designed to protect you with a loud decibel alarm wherever life takes you. It's an interesting take on like a home alarm system, but it's to go, if you will. You'll get the deets on that when we return on Tech It Out, who it's for and how it works. I'm your host, Mark Saltzman. Thrilled that you're tuning in to the program. Hope you're a weekly listener. We'll be right back to talk ArmorSiren. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Breaking down geek speak into street speak. Tech It Out, hosted by Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. You may already have an alarm system for your home and maybe one for your car, but what about one for you when you're, say, traveling and in a hotel room? Or this time of the year, maybe one of your kids are off to college and staying in a dorm room. How do you protect yourself, your loved ones, or your stuff when we're increasingly nomadic rather than sedentary? Well, we're now going to learn about a solution called ArmorSiren, built as your personal security system away from home. Joining us on the line to chat about ArmorSiren is the president and CEO of the company, Bruce Dubinsky. Thanks for your time, Bruce. Good to chat with you.
Good to be here, Mark. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm great. Thank you. Appreciate that and hope the same for you. And congrats on the launch of ArmorSiren. Why don't we dive right in? What is ArmorSiren all about?
So ArmorSiren is it's the world's first truly portable app-controlled personal alarm security system. We call it PASS for short, PASS. Think of it as taking your Ring or ADT home alarm system on the road with you. But we know you can't do that, right? Those systems are wired in your house. So we've developed a travel system that is about the size of your iPhone that you can take with you and use in hotel rooms or a dorm room or an Airbnb when you're traveling. It's controlled by an app on your Android device. And it's really unique in the technology. We actually have 2 patents that are pending on it, Mark. But basically, think of it this way. There are so many problems in hotels that people don't even know about. Last year, there was over 1.5 million hotel assaults in the United States alone, only, right? Just in the United States, 1.5 million assaults. We go to bed, when you're at home, you go to bed and you put your alarm system on and you feel safe, right? When we go to a hotel room, you flip that little lock on the back of the door and you hope you're safe. The reality is the bad guys can get in your hotel room so quickly, it's mind-boggling, and you can see those videos online. So our device Basically, you can put it on the back of your door, on the inside of your hotel door, and you arm it either with the app or on the device itself, and you go to bed. And if anybody opens that hotel room door, even the slightest fraction of a couple of inches, a 120 decibel alarm will sound, and that intruder is not coming in the room. It's going to wake everybody up on that, and the bad guys are going to disappear. So that's really what ArmorSiren is all about, protecting yourself in those situations where you don't have your home alarm system with you. You can't take it with you. It's truly a portable device.
All right. So first, I think it cut out for a moment, but the app is available for both iOS, which is iPhone or iPad, and Android. And just to be clear, it's not a motion sensor in the sense that if you got up in the middle of the night in that hotel room to go to the bathroom, that it's not going to emit that loud decibel alarm, right? So you put it up against the door?
You do. And that's a good point. We had to design the technology so if you got up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom, which most people do, normal motion detector that you have at home is going to set that alarm off, right? So we developed technology that is similar to technology that the Apple Watch or your smartwatches have when you start exercising. It knows you're moving. So we built in technology similar to that into the device. So when the door moves, or let's say you're using it on the safe in your hotel room, somebody unauthorized tries to open that safe door, the movement of the door and the movement of the unit itself will trigger the alarm.
Okay. Thanks for the clarification. You can move, but if the device moves, then it's going to set off that alarm. We'll get to more of that in a moment. So it's called a PASS, a portable alarm security system. I believe there are others that may work a little differently. You said that there were some patent pending technologies here, but what would you say separates ArmorSiren from the other PASS solutions out there?
Yeah, so look, the technology itself distinguishes it. There's nothing else like it on the market worldwide. You can go to www.armorsiren.com. There's a lot of information both in our website and frequently asked questions, but the technology is groundbreaking. The idea that it has a built-in geolocation system. So meaning when the alarm goes off on your iPhone, when you're connected through your Bluetooth to the unit, so say you're in the hotel room, if that alarm does go off, there are up to 2 emergency contacts that you can program into the app, and they will be notified of your exact location, a geotag location, and the address and the date and time that alarm went off. Let's say I'm in the hotel room and it goes off. My wife can call and say, "Hey, Bruce, are you okay? I saw your ArmorSiren went off." And I could say, "Yeah, it was a false alarm. Don't worry about it." Or if she doesn't get an answer from me, she can either call the hotel security, because now she has exactly where I am, the hotel address and the room number, or she can call the local police department and say, "Something's going on. Can you send an officer out to check on this?" There's no other product out there in the market that does that. And that's a groundbreaking difference.
Okay, so the loud alarm is the primary deterrent, but it also can send messages to some predetermined contacts through your phone. But just to be clear, it's Bluetooth, right? So you have to be in close proximity to the ArmorSiren with your phone in order for it to work, because it's not Wi-Fi based from what I understand. And so if you're not at home, then the alarm will be the key deterrent, but nobody's going to be contacted. I just want to be clear about that.
Yeah, but the distinction the alarm still will go off. So let's say somebody's trying to break into your hotel safe and your passports are in there or a nice watch. That alarm's still going to go off, and that intruder or that bad guy is going to disappear. They're not going to want to be breaking into your safe with that alarm going. It's 120 decibels. You can hear that from 3 football fields away. It's loud.
Do you know how loud 120 decibels is? All right. We are going to continue chatting with Bruce from ArmorSiren. Also, let me know what you think of this product, this idea at least, if you haven't tried it out for yourself, just hearing maybe about it for the first time. You can reach out on social media. I also love hearing where you're from, so be sure to include that, what city or town you're from, and maybe how you're tuning into Tech It Out. Is it in podcast form, or are you listening on your favorite local talk radio station? Anyhow, you can find me on X, Threads, Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and LinkedIn. It's Mark Saltzman, MarkSaltzman. More with ArmorSiren when we return.
Follow Mark Saltzman on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want.
We We are chatting with Bruce Dubinsky, President and CEO of the company ArmorSiren, which is the same name as the product. Pretty easy to remember. It's your alarm when you're not at home. You can bring it to a hotel room, a dorm room, or what have you. Now, Bruce, it's about the size of a smartphone, maybe a tad bigger. So nice and compact, easy to travel with. Is it battery based or do you need to plug it into the wall to get power? And if it does run on battery, how long does the battery typically last?
It is battery powered. It's got a lithium ion battery in there and you can recharge it USB-C recharging. The battery will last about 4 weeks in between charges for just normal use. Now, if the siren is going off and you don't silence it, it'll go into a reset mode and then go off again. That'll last about a week. So if your sirens are going off, a couple times during the week, it will start to drain the battery down. You'll have to recharge it, but it's a very simple process to recharge and very quick process to recharge.
Thank you, by the way, for the loaner unit. I haven't yet kicked the tires with the ArmorSiren, but looking forward to giving it a go. Perhaps it's a dumb question. You said that you can enable or disable the ArmorSiren with an app or with a button on the unit, but if you touch it in order to disable the alarm, say before you pack up your suitcase and go back home, how does that work? Is it like a keypad?
Yes. So think of it just like the alarm panel that you have in your house. It's got a keypad on there, and there are different keypad sequences that you can arm and disarm with a delay on it. So if you want to program it on the back of the door and arm it and leave without using your app, there's a delay, and the unit will go into delay setting mode and delay entry mode. And start beeping, just like your home alarm system. So it's really mirrored after a home alarm system, but with different technology for traveling.
I love the idea of securing this on the back of a safe door where I've got my passport and some cash and some jewelry. So if that door is swung open, the alarm will be triggered. Is it immediate, or you said you have a chance to turn off with a keypad? Like, how long does it take for that alarm to kick in?
Yeah. So if you arm it with the keypad, there's a 10-second delay. If you arm it with the app, you can either select instant or delay. So let's say I arm it with the app and put it on the safe. I can arm it instant. Anybody that moves that safe, even if they pick the safe up to walk away with it, right, the alarm will go off. But if they have a backdoor device to get into the safes, which every hotel security guy does, and if they have it, the bad guys have it, they go to open and swing that door open, the alarm will go off. Or if they take the alarm off the door, it'll start to arm. It'll start to alarm. I
would definitely set it to emit that alarm immediately, because 10 seconds is enough time for them to grab everything and get out of the room, right? So yeah, glad that that's an option.
Exactly.
Excellent. And the app is, before we wrap up, this is just called ArmorSiren. You can download it from both the App Store for iPhone and the Google Play Store for Android devices.
Yep, it's just called ArmorSiren PASS, P-A-S-S. You can just search it. It'll come up for you. You can download that. And Mark, we are offering right now, it's a 15% discount and free shipping. There's a code AS15NEW. If you go to www.armorsiren.com, AS15NEW is the coupon code. We have units in stock. They're shipping right now. We hope your listeners will go check it out. It's a great personal safety device, and I think they'll really find it giving them a peace of mind when they travel that they don't otherwise have now.
Yeah, thanks for that. I appreciate that, Bruce. So it's normally $199 for ArmorSiren, which is one word, capital A,
correct,
capital S. But if you go to ArmorSiren.com and you use the code AS for ArmorSiren, 15 new, you will get a discount, which is fantastic. Bruce, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck on this new device. It sounds like a great solution to a common problem. Thanks again.
Thanks, Mark, and good luck in trying out the product. Let me know if you have any questions.
As we wrap up another episode of Tech It Out, I just wanted to give another shout out to Visa. Did you know that shoppers are 3 times more likely to enter an unfamiliar store if it displays a Visa logo? And customers are 5 times more likely to think a merchant is reputable. This is because Visa has invested billions over the years in fraud prevention, so you don't need to think twice about shopping at retail or online with your Visa card, nor should businesses be concerned about secure payments. Visa is deploying advanced technology to ensure customer data is not vulnerable, no matter where the transaction takes place. This includes tokenization, pioneered by Visa as one part of the solution, which reduces the risk of identity theft because this technology replaces your cardholder info with a random alphanumeric code, so the merchant never sees your actual card number. Yet it ensures a fast transaction as well. To learn more about Visa's work in protecting you and your purchases, head on over to visa.com/security. That's visa.com/security. Well, I'm going to continue producing new Tech It Outs every week, but I'll be busy traveling. I'm heading off to Las Vegas with my kids to celebrate my youngest's 21st birthday, and his older twins, who are 23. They get to come along too. Lucky them. Then I'm going to go on a business trip with GM to Vancouver to tech out their electric vehicles and other technologies like Super Cruise, hands-free driving. Then Apple has announced it's going to have its next event on September the 9th, probably showing some new iPhones and other devices. So bear with me. I will be bringing my broadcast equipment with me on the road, and I look forward to catching up with you next week for another new episode of Tech It Out. Bye-bye for now. Ciao.